With a built-in battery and solar panel, a 4-megapixel camera with AI detection and always-on video, as well as IP66 protection, the Dahua Wi-Fi battery bullet camera is a great security camera that you can easily install anywhere. So let's check out what this thing can do. So full disclosure, before we get started though, the video is sponsored by Dahua, and they've sent me the camera to showcase to you guys. So here we have the Dahua camera. It's lightweight and easy to install thanks to its wire-free battery design, and it even comes with a solar panel to charge it during sunlight. If we start with the unboxing, you can see we first get the solar panel. Next, we've got the manuals, documentation, and the drill templates to install it. Next, we've got the USB-C cable for charging, followed by the solar panel mount, the camera mount, and then finally the camera itself. So let's go ahead and install it, and personally I don't use the drill templates as it's easy enough to just mark the holes when you've got the bracket where you want it and then simply mount it. So now the camera's up, let's take a look at the video, and as you can see we've got great video quality here thanks to a 1/3-inch CMOS sensor. It's got a 144.5 degree diagonal field of view. We get a video resolution of 2560 by 1440 with 15 frames a second, and then the videos are all saved with H.265 compression for smaller file sizes. Now another great thing is that there's no subscription model here either, and you just place a micro SD card inside the camera itself, and it supports up to 512 gigs of storage. The camera itself contains a 32.4 watt-hour battery, which means it's going to last a long time without charging. And then we've also got the additional solar panel so you can charge it with sunlight. And it also features a low power consumption design with always on video mode, and it continually monitors in a low power state, but then the AI algorithms kick in when it detects a movement, and this allows for its 24/7 recording. So essentially it's recording at 1 frame a second when nothing is happening, and then it seamlessly escalates to 15 frames a second when it detects a movement. So you won't see any difference in the recording itself when you compare it with something that was always recording at 15 frames a second. Now with always on video mode, it can detect up to 30 meters in the daytime and 15 meters at nighttime, and even with the 24/7 recording, low power mode with the always on video is only going to use around 0.2 watts compared to the 1.2 watt in performance mode, which is fantastic for a battery powered camera. And with this always on video mode, 1 hour of direct sunlight can power the camera for a whole day. Now it's also got AI detection for both people and vehicles, and it wakes the camera up within 3 seconds, which not only means that you get notifications to say it's a human or vehicle, but it also reduces false alerts and missed events. On top of this, we've also got an instant alarm that includes a light and a sound that's going to warn intruders, and this means that potentially they may leave knowing that they're being recorded. And of course, it's better not to be robbed in the first place rather than be robbed and have a video recording of that happening. Now, of course, we've also got an application to customize, set up, and record everything for us, and it uses their DMSS application, and it's packed with plenty of different features and options for a security camera. So if we open it up, you can see we've got a list of devices. While I've only got one, of course, if you need multiple cameras to see multiple different areas of your home and have them all monitored, then they're all going to appear on this screen. And there's also a multi-window option as well to view multiple cameras at the same time. Now on the top left, we've got the Wi-Fi symbol, and if you press that, it's going to show you the signal strength. So this is very useful when you're deciding where it's going to go. And it also supports dual band Wi-Fi 6, meaning a faster and more stable connection with flexibility on your placement for your home network. Now the next symbol is the battery logo, and of course if you press it, you're going to see the battery percentage. And the person with the plus icon is if you want to share the camera with someone else like a family or a friend member, or maybe just someone who's looking after your home. And you even get customization when you share it of what you want to allow them to be able to see or do. And of course, if you press on the camera view, then it opens up the live view. Now under the live view, we get the real-time viewing of the camera. We've got the option to take a screenshot. We can start a video recording of the live video footage. We've got the option to turn on the microphone for two-way communication, and you can also change the resolution if maybe you're out and about somewhere with low phone signal and you want less data to see the camera. Now the light bulb icon turns the dual LED lights on, and the alarm of course activates the camera siren, so we'll just listen to that now. Now under the playback tab, you can see the timeline and simply swipe through the time you want to view and start playing it back. We've also got the option to take a screenshot, start manually recording a video of what we're viewing. You can download a section or even cut and trim a section, and all these buttons work on the event tab as well. Now under the event tab, it's going to list all of the actual events, so you don't have to browse through the whole day. And if you're unsure of the time something happened, this section is going to help you find it. Or maybe you just want to look through the events that happened in the day, regardless if something happened or not. Under settings, where you can customize how the camera works and the detection you want, plus a bit more. So on the first section, we've got the messages where you can enable notifications of any events that the camera detects. You can also enable the device offline prompt to warn you if for any reason it goes offline. Wi-Fi network, of course, is to select your home Wi-Fi network. And then battery management, you can set the working mode, which I've got set to always on video for the advantages we discussed earlier. The work period is how long the camera is woken up for after it's woken up by this AOV mode. And then low battery threshold is where you can set what percentage battery you want the camera to go into ultra power saving mode. And this is just going to kick in to help it last a bit longer. And then you can also enable the battery information on the on-screen display as well. Now under the AI section, we've got smart motion detection, and I've got all of them enabled as I want to be notified and be able to see in the event list all motion, humans and vehicles that are detected. And then detection area lets you manually select an area if maybe you've got something in view that's always moving and you don't care about it and you don't want it to count as part of the detection. But for me, I want to capture everything, so I haven't used this. And next we've got detection sensitivity, and the default level of 3 worked well for me, so I haven't changed it, but I would recommend you go outside, walk in front of the camera, just to ensure the detection sensitivity is exactly what you want it to be. Now anti-theft detection is going to trigger the siren alarm you heard earlier if someone tries to move it, so a good one to enable. And PIR detection can detect the IR signal emitted from body temperature, so this is going to pick up on humans and animals, so it's a good one to use as well. Under image adjustment, you can enable the wide dynamic range, change the video player size, and also flip the image if you need to, if maybe you've mounted it upside down. And under night vision, we've also got a few options. So we've got the white light illumination, which enables these LED lights on the front, and it allows you to see things in color even at nighttime. We've got the IR illumination, which is the black and white night vision that you're probably used to seeing. And then with close illumination, the video brightness is just going to depend on the amount of light. But the best option is actually smart illumination, and this is going to turn on the LED lights when motion is detected, allowing you to get the best view possible, but also not have the lights on all night long. Now under recording, it's the SD card settings, and I highly recommend formatting any SD card you put in this before you use it, and it just makes sure everything is set up correctly and it's going to record all of your footage and events properly. And you've also got the option to disable the alarm linkage here. And under more, we've got settings for time zone, audio collection, mic and speaker volume, the LED indicator, RTSP over TLS if you want to use some encryption, and you can also change the frame rate between PAL and NTSC. If we head back to the main page, you'll see we've got the event section, and in here you can see this shows you all of the events that has happened, but this is from all cameras in the app. So this is what you'd use if you had multiple cameras set up, as you could check all of your cameras at once. Under me, it's just a lot of account settings, like under service, you can share with others, unbind any devices, etc. Under settings, you can select location, the default page, appearance changes, you can select whether you want to play on cellular networks as well as your Wi-Fi, hardware decoding, set video duration in messages, change notification settings, adjust the app permissions, and clear your cache. So as you can see, it's very customizable for a camera that can go anywhere, whether that's indoors or outdoors, and it's also still going to record well, whether that be day or night, all while not needing the hassle of wiring in a permanent power source, but still have low power consumption, meaning you don't have to worry about charging it all the time, and then also having that solar panel for those of you mounting it outside. I think it's a really good solution, and it's allowed me to record a lot of stuff while never running out of battery. Now, of course, for those of you that want to check it out, I've placed a link down in the description below, so you can go ahead and grab yours now. And hopefully I've covered everything in today's video, but if there's anything I've missed or you've got any questions at all, then just ask them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech.